What's up, words? Today we're gonna talk about, drinking, man, alcohol, vices. A lot of people are hitting me up. Or like, man, Guerrero, fucking, I can't stop drinking. I don't know what to do. That shit's controlling me. It's taking over. How you did it? I go, a lot of times you have to hit rock bottom, man. A lot of people ain't gonna learn their lesson till they learn their lesson, because you keep telling them. You keep supplying them with the solution. And sometimes, they just want attention. They don't even want to fucking do the work. So there's two roads here, and for all you people out there that are trying to help somebody else, or trying to give them advice, because a lot of people are like, well, I want to tell my people, to stop and not to do that no more, that it's hurting everybody in the family. And it's just a big problem, because they're not going to listen, for one, because if you're not doing it, if you're not actually helping, then you're part of the problem, even though you might think that, you have it under control, or you drink in occasions, or, you could have one or two and then stop, that's not helping them either, because you're actually, adding to the problem. So you got to make sure that, when you try to tell somebody or give them, try to give them advice, you just got to make sure that, you have that area unlocked, because or else they're not going to listen. They're just going to look at you and think that you're full of it, because you shouldn't be, you shouldn't be telling them anything. And that shit's been, I've been known for a long time, that doesn't work, It doesn't work, because I done it, and I did it, and I tried, and that's what made me stop. That's what made me see and realize that, that was a big issue, a big flaw that I had, because, how are you going to tell somebody to stop drinking, to stop their bad habits, or to change, if you're not even working on that area? You're not even, trying to stop yourself, You might not do it as much as them, but, you're doing it. So that's going to be their, that's going to be their way out, They're going to just throw that at your face, and you ain't going to be able to say nothing. You ain't going to have no comeback. So this is what I tell people, a lot of times, they have to hit rock bottom. You have to just, let them learn the lesson till they learn the lesson. I see a lot of people trying, suffering, they're, stressed out. They're just tired of trying to tell somebody to change, and, they don't listen, and they don't know what to do. And you're just pretty much torturing yourself, and you're punishing yourself for somebody else's action. That's what you got to realize sometimes, that, you don't see that, that already is not going to be up to you no more. They're going to learn the lesson the hard way, so you're there doing what you're doing, where you're pressuring them. You keep telling them. You try to talk to them, and you try to find ways to communicate with them. And it's the same old thing. You should fucking realize that, you know what, you got to step out, step away. You got to step away and let them learn. They're going to learn the lesson, And a lot of times, by us trying to interfere and try to fucking get in the way, we enhance the problem. We get them more, we get them more motivated to fucking go and do it out of anger, out of, just because they felt that you're attacking them. So now they're going to do it more. Just that's their way of venting, So instead of solving it, no, you enhance that, you enhance that, that attitude that they have, where you just get them more fired up, and then they go do it, and they even go harder, just to prove a point, or just to show you that, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do more now, because you came and try to tell me something that, I'm not ready to change, and I'm not going to do what you're telling me to do. Straight up, that's, a lot of times people don't see that, people don't see that. And unfortunately, a lot of times is the mothers, the fathers that suffer with this, because their kids don't listen, their older kids don't listen, and they see the pattern. They see the pattern that they created. That's why, like I said, I had to stop that shit. I had to stop that cycle, because that cycle continued throughout my years. Family members, it's the cycle kept going, like in generation to generations. You see them, you see what they're doing and their habits that they have, And then there we go, copying the same thing. That routine never fails. You know, now it's you doing it, you know, and now it's your kids watching you, you know. So now you keep following those habits that you've seen that your parents were doing, your uncles were doing, which it was just pretty much like I said, you know, go to work, come home, and drink, you know, watch the game, watch whatever the fuck they watch, soccer, football, baseball. You know, they want to, you know, relax and enjoy their, you know, enjoy their alcohol and shit, thinking that that's benefiting them. But, you know, most of the time, you know, it will catch up to you. But they don't see that, you know. So that habit continues. That cycle continues to your kids, you know. So, like I said, somebody has to step up and say, that's it, no more. You know, it has to stop here, you know. It's just... That's what I tell a lot of people that are having trouble just dropping it. It's like, man, how long are you going to go with you fucking putting your family and fucking in a predicament? You're fucking jeopardizing your family, that, you know, some bad might happen, or you just putting your life in the line at risk. You're putting them at risk. Like, do you even see that? Do you even know what you're doing? Like, a lot of times, you know, you're just so clouded that you don't see it, you know. So I try to, you know, the people that come to me, obviously, they're tired of it. You know, they want a way out, you know, so they want to find a solution. And the solution is starting within, start working on yourself. You know, there is no other way. There's nothing you could read. There's no AA that you could go and think that by sitting in a group and listening to a bunch of people with bad habits, it's going to help you. Nah, you got to start, you know, sacking up and, you know, just working on yourself, you know. Going through it, you know. A lot of people, you know, they start getting withdrawals and they're like, I don't like how this feels. So I'm like, fuck, you're cracking. You know that shit was coming. You know that's the fucking, you know, that's what's going to take for you to fucking be able to overcome that, you know. Those fucking, those feelings are going to come, you know. And that's where people end up just going back, you know, because, you know, they say they're tough, but then when it comes to all those withdrawals that they get, or that antsiness, or that nervousness because they kicked off the alcohol and they're craving it. It's like a damn dope fiend effect, you know, like they cannot fucking stop thinking about that. But it's going to take you to sack up and really fucking push through. And how do you do that? Like I said, for a program like this, I helped a lot of people in that manner because, you know, we have a purpose now. We wake up with a purpose. Now we have something, you know, for us to look forward to, whether it's, you know, working out, you know, being more positive, you know, waking up, you know, reflecting on, you know, all the past that you've been doing and how you're going to fix it, how you're going to overcome, how you're going to achieve those things. You set yourself with goals. You wake up, you know, and start eating cleaner for your better health, so you could just kick all the toxins that you have, you know, from just eating like crap all these years and then hurting yourself in that manner. There's a lot of ways to trump that. There's a lot of ways to fight back. Is it going to be difficult? Yeah, it is going to be difficult, but it's possible because I've seen it. I did it myself. So, you know, nobody could come say that, oh, you know, I don't believe in stopping cold turkey. Yeah, I do believe in stopping cold turkey, you know, because a lot of people have done it, you know, and it all boils down to a choice. You know, some people, you know, hey, they're weaker than others, and it is what it is. You know, some might take longer. Some might have to just put their, you know, their family, you know, on the line, you know, and then uphold their word because they promise you. So sometimes you got to fucking put something, you know, valuable or that you love and do it for them. You know, you have to have it, you know, you have to have a greater purpose. You have to have a reason why. You have to be, your why has to be greater than your excuses. So it has to be powerful. It cannot just be you, because a lot of people can't just say, oh, I'm going to do it for me. Nah, because, you know, you would have done it already. So you're just foolish by thinking like that. It's not going to, one day you're going to wake up and, yeah, I'm going to do it for me. No, a lot of times it starts by actually doing it for your loved ones, because a lot of people, you know, they say they love their kids, they say they love their wives, but, you know, they ain't willing to drop the drink. They ain't willing to drop the bad habits when it comes down to it. You know, they just think it's okay. They just think it's fine. They just think that they should take, you know, how they are and the way they're acting. Nah, they don't got to put up with that shit. They're already tired of that shit. you know, but that's where people get it all twisted, thinking that, you know, that's acceptable, and it's not, you know. So you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself. And now, you know, if you really, you know, speaking the truth and speaking in that manner of love, and what love is action. Love is actually showing them and proving to them that, you know what, I'm going to drop this. I'm going to do this for you guys because I want, you know, a better life. I want to provide, you know, I want to provide you guys with a better life. I want to be able to be more productive, be more positive, be more confident like that. Like I said, you know, it just bleeds into other areas of life, your relationship, your fucking work ethic, you know, your job place. They see you more energetic, more positive, more committed. All that shit bleeds into all the other areas of life once you start working on yourself. And that's what people don't get, you know. It all starts within yourself, you know, because if you don't work on yourself, you pretty much ain't valuing nobody, you know. You could only love as much as you love yourself, straight up. So if you really look deep inside and really think about it, you could only love as much as you love yourself, because that's where people could that's why people don't trust, you know, they don't trust you. That's why people don't believe you. That's why people just, you know, they always just know that you're just that one that talks and doesn't do nothing. Why? Because they see it in your actions. They see it on how you carry yourself. They see it how you you know, how you conduct yourself. And a lot of people, they're so clouded, they think that, nah, you know, it's not me, I'm good, and you're not good, you know. And you got to realize that, you know, like I said, alcohol is one of the main things that a lot of broken families, a lot of broken relationships, a lot of just tragedies, a lot of just, you know, the cycle that continues with just, you know, getting out of control. That vice right there has destroyed more people than has helped people. That's why people don't get that shit, you know. When they really fucking sit down and think about it, what does that do? Even the ones that have it under control, you know, because that shit right there, those people that do have it under control, it pretty much gives the other people a way out. Well, they, you know, they're doing it and they look successful. They look like they got their shit on lock, you know. But then, you know, once they start, you know, once they start drinking, once they start with those habits, a lot of times they just get out of control. A lot of times they just fucking, damn, it just runs them to the ground and shit, and they don't know what happened, you know. It just got a hold on them. And it all started by seeing somebody that's successful, or somebody that, you know, they thought had their shit together and they were doing it, so they thought it was okay. So you guys got to check that, man. And like I said, you know, for all you guys that are having trouble, you know, kicking that shit off and shit out of your life, you know, you got to make it a greater purpose, you know. The reason that you're gonna fucking kick it off has to be greater than your excuses. Straight up, man. Hope this video helps. Let's fucking run it, Warriors. Let's go.